Good morning and welcome to the Morning Sprint. I'm Brittany Weir. Today is October 21st. We are almost done with the week, getting closer to the weekend, so I'm happy about that, and I hope you are too. So I have 4 stories for you today, and one is the update about the Brian Laundrie search. If you haven't heard, we have some updates for you on what's going on there. Also, a big announcement was made yesterday from the CDC in regards to children and vaccines, so I'll go over all of that, and then I'll finish up with 2 feel-good stories, and one is about maybe a trip you might want to take. Maybe you won't. Maybe it's too long for you. But anyway, we'll get into those details. And then the last one is just about a giant pumpkin. The size of it really shocked me, so I figured I would share it with everybody. All right, so let's just get right into it. So like I said, that first story is about the search for Brian Laundrie. So it's been 37 days since he was reportedly last seen. So human remains were found in a Florida park yesterday. A source close to the investigation says it may take some time to officially identify those remains based on their condition. So Michael McPherson, an FBI special agent, said that the items that they did find were found in an area that up until recently had been underwater. So that speaks onto the condition of the remains that were found. The grim discovery made on the day Laundrie's parents were assisting in the search for their son. And according to the family's attorney, Laundrie's father also stumbled upon some of his son's personal items. So Brian Laundrie, if you don't know, is considered a person of interest in the death of his fiancée, Gabby Petito. Laundrie refused to talk to law enforcement when Petito's parents reported her missing, and then days later, he also disappeared, so it's been a big search for him. His parents gave investigators tips on where Brian liked to hike and camp in the extensive Carlton Reserve, but have not otherwise they've been silent, and this is because their attorney has advised them to be silent. So again, just a big case that I know a lot of people are following right now, and that was a big announcement a lot of people were talking about. So no word yet on those remains. Hopefully maybe there'll be updates later today or in the coming days. But again, I know a big story that's captured the nation, so I figured I'd share that with you. All right, and then the next story I have for you is about children and vaccines. There's been a lot of information coming out recently, but another big milestone was just announced, like I said, yesterday. So the White House is now rolling out its plan to vaccinate 28 million children ages 5 to 11. So even though the FDA and the CDC have not yet authorized it, that could happen by the end of the month. They would be smaller doses than ones for adults, but local health leaders tell us they are not expecting a school mandate at this time. The Virginia Department of Health says they are prepared to go into schools to provide these vaccines with parents' permission, of course, but most parents surveyed said they prefer it at their pediatrician or their pharmacy. So just big news there and for everyone. So I just figured I would share that. Obviously with schools back in session, but a lot of people are wondering when those vaccines would be rolled out. All right, so now on to the third story of the day. Royal Caribbean is offering a 274-night cruise that reaches all 7 continents. Let me just repeat that for you if you missed it. 274-night cruise. That's a long one. The company is calling it the Ultimate World Cruise. It's on the Serenade of the Sea vessel with a sail date in December of 2023. The voyage includes 65 countries and 11 wonders of the world. For the first week of sales, only Royal Caribbean members with elite status can buy tickets. Wow, look at those views. But I just thought this was interesting because that is a long time, 274-night cruise. I don't know if I would be able to do that. Let me know if you think you would do that. I went on a cruise once, I think for a week, and I think a week was like my max. I was good, I had fun, it was a great time, but I was definitely ready to get back on land and not just be on a boat. But anyway, thought that was pretty interesting. All right, and then the last story for you today is about pumpkins. Pretty large ones. So if you like supersized pumpkins, the Pumpkin Show in Circleville, Ohio is the place to be. After being canceled last year due to the pandemic, the show is back. It's featuring rides, games, exhibits, and of course, pumpkins. The event started back in 1903 and it bills itself as the oldest and largest festival in Ohio. Wow, look at that. Very cool. Oh my goodness. That is huge. Anyway, in a non-pandemic years, as many as 400,000 visitors have attended. The weigh-in portion of the program is now underway with the festivities running through this weekend. So if you're wondering, The heaviest pumpkin on record tipped the scale at more than 1,900 pounds. That is a large, large pumpkin. Oh my goodness. But I thought that was interesting to see. I know back in Vermont where I used to live, they had something similar to this as well. And it's crazy to me that a pumpkin can grow to be that big. But yeah, let me know if you're growing pumpkins near you. You want to send us some photos of them. And if they've gotten to that big, definitely share because I want to see that. That's pretty crazy. But just a fun story as we're getting closer to Halloween and everyone's getting ready for the holiday. Hopefully you have your costumes and maybe even your candy ready to go for trick-or-treaters. But make sure to tune in every day at 10 a.m. I'll be live with today at the top trending stories of the day or just stories that I thought would be fun to share. But thank you everyone for watching and I hope you have a good rest of your day.